This message isn't for everyone, but if you feel like you keep getting in your own way, stay here for a second. You ever notice how you'll finally get clarity? You'll know exactly what you need to do, and then somehow, you still don't move the way you should? Not because you forgot, not because you don't care, but because something in you keeps pausing right before things actually start to work. I don't know who this is for, but that pattern isn't random, because sometimes the biggest obstacle isn't confusion, it's control. You want to get it right. You want to make the best move. You want to avoid mistakes. So you slow everything down. You think it through again. You analyze it from another angle. You wait just a little longer, just to be sure. And from the outside, it looks responsible. It looks like you're being careful. But internally, it's hesitation. Hello? Stay with me for a second, because this is where things shift. Overthinking doesn't come from a lack of intelligence. It comes from a need to control the outcome before you act. And that need creates a delay, because you're trying to solve something that can only be understood through movement without actually moving. So you stay in your head, running scenarios, replaying decisions, trying to predict what's going to happen before it does. And while you're doing that, time moves. Opportunities move. Momentum disappears. Not because you weren't capable, but because you stayed in the planning phase too long. I don't know who needs to hear this, but clarity doesn't get sharper the longer you think. It gets sharper the moment you act. Because action gives you feedback, and feedback gives you direction. But thinking alone, it just loops. And that loop feels productive, but it isn't. It's comfortable. Because as long as you're thinking, you're not risking anything. You're not exposed. You're not wrong yet, but you're also not moving forward. And that's the trade-off nobody talks about. So no, you're not stuck because you don't know what to do. You're stuck because you're trying to control something that requires you to move first. And once you accept that, everything changes. You stop waiting for perfect clarity. You start moving with partial certainty. And that's where momentum actually begins. I don't know who this is for, but if this hit you, you don't need more time to think. You need to move. If this hit you, I put something deeper together. Link in the bio.